You're now listening to Just Sex Talk. Now let's get to talking.
So do you write for yourself or audience or money?
I write books I want to read.
You want to read?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
I want to read
so
your
you
book.
what kind of
Good.
book? So like you like mysteries or whatever?
I do love mysteries. I'm a huge fan of Michael Connelly, who did the Bosch series and the Lincoln Lawyer series. And now I think the what's her name?
Renee Ballard.
Renee Ballard series is coming out. Yeah. Because of my career, that's what I did. I worked crime scene. I'm retired after 35 years as a crime scene forensic scientist analyst. And, working crime scenes.
What's on the crime scene? What is the most weirdest thing you had to like go to court for or something, testify for?
Well, probably.
Because I would think you had been in court a lot, right?
I have been in court a lot.
Like they would give you your own parking spot there. I would think.
No. Well, we have the medical examiner's spot that we could park in.
Okay.
You know.
Every time you come up, Chris is always like, "She's a real life Dexter." Is that right? And is he saying that right? Or did you really?
Well,
like
Dexter killed people.
Yeah, that's. I'm trying to figure out how did you work that in, being a
No,
murderer
like-
and a.
Well, she kills people in her book.
Shh, you're giving it away, Chris.
You already said it. That's how I know. God.
No, I think when I was 13, I read Helter Skelter.
on the
I read Helter Skelter, and the Sharon Tate murders, and Tex Watson, who was from Texas. He said that he had been at the Tate mansion at a party 2 weeks prior, and that's how his fingerprints got on a doorknob. Well, the maid testified there's no way, because Sharon Tate was a germaphobe, and she demanded that those doorknobs be cleaned at least once a week. So there's no way his fingerprints could have been on there. So in my mind, I'm thinking, that's the kind of evidence I want to find. I want to do this. Of course, my mom thought I was a freaking nut. But anyway, so it took me a while, but I finally got into forensics through lucky breaks and asking for what I wanted, And I worked a lot of crime scenes. But my mentor, my boss, was like, you need a science degree. You have to get a science degree. So I went to Texas Woman's and I got a biology with a minor in chemistry. And so I was able to work in the lab because, people don't kill each other every day necessarily. So there had to be something. There had to be something for me to do during the day. Right. So I was a drug analyst. So I analyzed a lot of meth and cocaine and marijuana and everything like that. So most of my testimony was due to that or breath alcohol, which I was a supervisor in the Texas breath alcohol program for a while. So I testified on a lot of DWI cases. And then so the crime scene cases were, sporadic here and there.
You had to do like blood splatter testing or anything?
Yeah. The blood spatter, not splatter.
It's whatever.
Did you ever have to do a report on somebody you knew that had died?
And let me think. It wasn't somebody close to me, but I
was
did
that
see
bitch from high school. I knew she talked too much.
Yeah.
Karma.
But I did see a lot of people, come through the morgue because Fort Worth used to be a small town, So I would, every morning when I would go in, I'd check the autopsy list and see who was there. And it was like a brother of an ex-boyfriend or, somebody that I suspected killed a friend of mine that was there. And so there was always something. And then there was a cop who was killed by the name of Garrett Hull. And he terrorized my brother. And
Karma.
Yeah. So when he was killed, he was not a well-liked police officer. And maybe I shouldn't be saying this here, but anyway, when I saw his name on the autopsy list, I was like, okay,
Karma.
I might be going to hell, but I'm glad this man is dead, right? So, and I can't get into all that now.
You're definitely going to hell, but probably not for that.
Yeah.
Not for that.
So any sex crimes?
Yeah, there was an 11-year-old girl down in Hood County who had been sexually abused by her mother's boyfriend for a long time, and she had written about it in her little diary that she had. and he murdered her on the banks of the lake down there. And I was the crime scene person to take charge of that. And it was really, really sad. He left her brother for dead in a cemetery down there. And Bobby White was put to death. He got the death sentence, and he was put to death a few years after that. But she was only 11, and when we went to the prosecutor's office to discuss the case and the evidence that we had uncovered on that, he said, well, as I understand it, she was a pretty promiscuous kid. And it made me so mad. I just stood up and she's 11. She's 11 years old. How can an 11-year-old be promiscuous, you know? So
She could have got some.
yeah.
tit
So I've had a
tests.
lot of emotional cases like that. And like I said, I could go on forever naming each one. But yeah, that was hard. That was a hard case. But he did get death.
He did get death. The other guy that just killed somebody recently just got death too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, if you kill a kid, you should get death, I guess.
Yeah. And that was on video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work in that. That was like when I worked for the phone company a long time ago. The area was my area.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, dang, I know that county road. Jesus Christ.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah.
And I know the defense attorney who was appointed as his attorney who had a daughter the same age at the time. And so fortunately he removed himself from the case and didn't have to take it. So yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Just Sex Talk is fueled by the haters and recorded live at the Lifestyle Nation studio in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. We hope you enjoyed the show. If not, then this show just isn't for you, and no hard feelings. To experience more shows, go to JustSexTalk.com. And to contact the show, send an email to JustSexTalkPodcast@gmail.com.